Good morning from day 6. Nothing eventful had last night. It was a nice and peaceful evening, which was refreshing. Got a good night's sleep. Got a good breakfast in this morning, and now we're hitting the trail. We're gonna go fuel up because we need some fuel, and then we are headed to Yuma. And then I believe we're gonna head on another lighter trail to a camp spot and hope nobody's there and we can get there. And then we have to do some planning from there because some bad weather's coming in again.
Yep.
Cold temperatures.
Nice rainy weather.
Yeah, so we might have to reroute, divert, those kind of things. But we're happy to be...
It's an adventure.
Yep, we're happy to be good and on the trail again. Well, we lost an entire day's worth of footage. Yep. Poof, gone. But we didn't want to skip out on the entire day and not show you where we ended up. Welcome to the end of day 6. We are in another wildlife refuge. Cannot pronounce the name of it, so I'm not going to murder that. We're kind of along the border of Mexico. It's right behind us. A bit outside of Wellington, Arizona. Again, no one is here, but it's crazy windy. They said up to 40-mile-an-hour winds possible, and it's supposed to rain later tonight, but it's supposed to be warmer in the 50s. So this is our little campsite for tonight, maybe 2 nights, we're not sure yet. We actually found some shade in the desert, which is pretty darn cool. Got our relaxing. There's Buddy, protected from the elements and enjoying his little puppy playpen. This was a great idea and purchase because he's nice and comfy and we don't have to worry about where he's wandered off to. And this is another area of our little site. Got some solar going, our Starlink, so we can connect to the world for a little bit. There seems to be a building, an older building over there. We haven't been over there yet to see it.
It won't open. I checked it out.
And then way over there, there's an American flag and looks like a monument. So maybe tomorrow we'll go check it out since it's a little too windy today. But that's it. Our little oasis in the desert. Hopefully we'll get a good night's sleep. And then we'll decide if tomorrow we stay here or we try to venture towards Tucson, but they're not going to have the best weather tomorrow. So we're
supposed to be rainy in Tucson and cold.
So we're not quite sure yet what we'll do. But we'll let you know.
But it's also supposed to rain on Tuesday or Monday in Tucson also. So.
Yeah, so I don't know. Who knows what we'll do? But we'll let you know on the next one. Have a good night. Good morning, everybody. We're here at the refuge. We took a little bit of a hike to this monument. That's Buddy there climbing it. It's beautiful here this morning, nice and cool and not overly hot. Pretty cloudy though. The wind was pretty aggressive last night and it did rain off and on, but it wasn't too bad. It made for a nice night's sleep.
Yeah, trails are a little wet, but if the road looks anything like it does out here the rest of the way, it's going to be a pretty easy trek.
Yeah, which will be a nice change. Give our Jeep and our equipment a little bit of a rest. We're going, since we had to pack up everything last night anyways, because of the potential rain, we are actually going to go ahead and go to the Oregon Pipe National Monument today and see what we can adventure and find there and set up camp somewhere around there for the night, maybe 2 nights. Eventually we'll get in a 2-night camp spot somewhere, hopefully.
Hopefully.
So we can rest a little bit.
So we'll either be one more night out this way and then to Tucson, and then hopefully we can find a 2-spotter in either Patagonia, Tombstone, or Bixby
Before we head back to Indiana.
Until
the summer trip. So let's see what adventures we can find today. We kicked off our adventure carving through makeshift desert roads, surrounded by nothing but sand, open skies, and some very suspicious dark clouds overhead. You know the ones, just waiting for the perfect moment to unleash a downpour. And honestly, this is what we love, just the two of us. Some good music and miles of untouched land ahead. No traffic, no noise, just us and the Jeep taking on whatever the trail throws our way. Now, if you're wondering about those random tires scattered along the trail, here's the deal. This area is sometimes closed for military training. So before you head out, do yourself a favor and check the schedule. Trust me, rolling up on a live training session wouldn't be the kind of adventure you're looking for. The trail started easy, smooth, and scenic. Then it got muddy, then rocky. Then we found what we could only be described as a mud enthusiast's dream, or maybe a nightmare. Giant ruts, deep trenches. Somebody definitely had a lot of fun tearing through here, or a lot of difficulty trying to get unstuck. Luckily, the rain held off just long enough for us to pick a good line and get through without any issues. And just when we thought we were in the clear, the rain hit. But in true desert fashion, it left just as fast as it had arrived. Gotta love that unpredicted weather. Now let's play a little game. How many puddles can we splash through before sunset? Spoiler alert, it's a lot. We came across a pretty solid dispersed camping area, big enough for a whole group, but completely exposed to the elements. Not quite what we were looking for, so we marked it on the map and kept rolling. And let's just say this side of the park wasn't the most inviting. We actually felt like we shouldn't have been there at all, but there were national park signs and we just continued on our way. We stopped by the visitor center where the ranger told us that this area has seen more rain lately than they had in years. Just our luck, right? From there, we followed the U.S.-Mexico border. Driving along the border wall was a bit surreal. For two people from the Midwest, it's wild seeing something like this up close. On one side of the road, a whole different country. Along the trail, we saw bags, clothing, and other items left behind from people moving secretly through the area. A reminder that the land we explore has stories far beyond our own. There are times that this area is closed from driving through due to people trying to cross through the border, so make sure to check to ensure it's open and okay to drive on. Eventually, we made our way out of the park and had to fuel up at the last gas station before the border. And of course, it was packed. With a full tank, it was time to find camp. We checked out the park's campground. Nice spots, but we don't love paying for camping, so we pushed ahead to find something better. And we did. A quiet little spot tucked away just for us. The perfect way to end the day. So we're finally able to cook some dinner, although the conditions are not ideal with the wind, but we've been having really light dinners because we haven't been able to set up and cook. So tonight we're having some corn and broccoli with peppers and some adobo seasoning and pepper. If the wind stops blowing out my flames. And we're having some knot burgers because we wanted something with a little bit of substance for dinner.
Yes. Jeez.
And hopefully we can eat within the next hour because the wind keeps causing issues with the cooking.
We'll get there someday, people.
We've got more trails, more adventure, and probably more unexpected weather coming up. So if you're into off-road travel, wild camping, and seeing the world from the driver's seat, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. And if you've ever camped along the border or driven through unexpected storms, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your stories. Until we catch you on the next one.